What's up? I was bored. I'm probably going to make a video on the phone while I'm here. But damn it, I was bored. So here we are. And here we are. How's it going? Just going through some stuff for sales. Found a no date greaser, which is always fun. I need to add a staple into this because that's going to bug me. There it is. Yeah, we just add staples to this one because I don't care. Because I wanted it to do that. What up, Greg? I was bored. Nobody's streaming, turns out. I think the only one of my entire subscription list that's even on right now is Sir or King Frostmare, whoever does a scary thing. The scary videos on the internet and shit. Which is only good when you're like really high. I ain't even got the energy to get that kind of high. So I'm trying to talk myself into making a video. Because Time Traveler hit me up on a comment, said nice small date. I don't even know what video that was, but I know it wasn't a recent one. So I want to make a video. I got 8, 9, even between 8 and 10 coins to send out. So I figured if we end up with 2 or 3 turds in here, I'll let them know that, hey, I got 1080. If people want to look at their coins under high definition, they can do that. I did that 7-day free trial, which is absolutely phenomenal, comparatively speaking, to the 720 or whatever the other one is. Significantly better. And I have a little pile of varieties and whatnots that we would show them under the significantly better conditions. But you already know this because you hang out at DeCones. And we were pulling right this morning. There's Vaughn. Good shit. I hunt because I met a chick who I genuinely enjoy on New Year's. And I went back to her house and we searched for star notes. True story. And when I came home the next day, I searched star notes because I had no fucking idea what a star note was. And the second video they played after the star notes was a Rob Finds Treasures video talking about no, it wasn't. It was a Couch Collectibles video talking about the damn 69S that sold for $126,500. And I was like, bullshit. You mean a 1969? A 1969? That's not even old. I see those in my change. Shit. And then I watched a Dustin Morgan video. Hey everybody, Dustin Morgan coin up here. And I was dead. It was done for. I was like, you gotta be fucking. I didn't even know if I had change here. I think I just immediately went and I bought a box. I can't even remember. It was over. And then like I didn't find much getting boxes. Like, I think I only went through like one box. I was like, fuck that. I separated all the Lincolns into their own little Dixie cup. And I was like, I'm gonna go buy proofs. And then my first proof set I bought was the 70S. We had the double die Kennedy FS 101. I was like, ew. So I went and bought an SMS set because it's my mom's birth year. The very first one I bought had the 5 on the cheek, and I was like, fucking all right, I like the way this is going. So I just started buying proof set after proof set after. And then I bought a mint set, and my mint set for the 70S had the RPM 001. So I was like, fucking, why do people buy boxes? I'm going to put proofs and certain mint sets all the rest of this time. Screw that. So I did, and I don't regret that. I can't look at circulated coinage anymore. It kills my soul. What we're looking at now are the remnants of that one little 6-month period where I did look at coins in circulated rolls. I have a few straight back, and I found stuff, so I don't know why I stopped, but man, I know why I stopped. It sucks. But it also sucks looking at proof coinage under a scope or a loop, especially. That just hurts your brain. Huh. Yeah, I've been through 28 boxes of halves. On my 28th box, I found a 1968. That's the only silver I've ever found in a box of anything. I've been through 10 boxes of quarters at least, probably 4 or 5 boxes of dimes, almost 30 boxes of halves, and I've pulled one 40%er. Because I live 20 minutes away from Clash Guitars. I live 20 minutes or 30 minutes away from fucking Big Flip, or I think Big Flip's in Colorado. One of the other $50 hunters who does like 4 a day lives like right next to me. $50 Make You Holla used to live around the corner. It was, fuck that shit. I gave up on that. There was no way I was getting rolls with anything. There's no way. I tried. I went to all kinds of banks. I went to like small towns around here. I was retarded. Fuck that shit. Because I'm in Clutch is in Golden roughly, and I'm in Westminster. They're touching towns, and he goes through 10 boxes a day. And has gone through like 10 boxes a day every day that he's in town for years. But I might start doing it again if I get this dispensary job. Because I could use the social interaction, to be honest, and the income until I boot my foot in the numismatic door. That's happening. As soon as I get my graded 5 on cheek back, because it's the top pop, it's the only cameo 5 on cheek specimen ever graded. What happened? And I can't even say that. I can say ever found because I asked Robert. I said, "Hey Robert, have you ever found one?" He said, "No." And then I talked to a buddy who knew about the 5 on cheek for a while, but didn't know if they were going to get famous. So he's just been collecting them, and I got to keep that name under wraps. But he went through his half of 2. He said he had 15 of them. Fucking bastard. But they're all really bad strikes. So like they're worn, so it's been hit. It's not a good 5 on there, and none of them have frost by any means. So I got verified in my own affirmation that I have the top pop of the 5 on cheek. It's in the process of hopefully going to NGC and getting the slab that is graded by NGC at a 67 cameo to put a 5 on cheek variety up on that slab for me. And then I will have the first one attributed by NGC and the top pop all in the same swoop. And if that happens, it's going to Great Collections and it's going to go visit Ian. And it's going to take a flight to somebody else's hands and not mine. But I will be paid greatly for my discovery. Hopefully. Considering I turned down $1,000 for it already immediately. But if they grade the D on the Benji D proof, the Benji proof with the D in the bell, if they call that a D and grade that, there is no effing way I see it justified that they won't do the same for the 5 is more of a 5 than that is a D. I can promise you that. I believe that the 5 is more likely a 5 than I believe that D in the bell is actually a D. I think it's something in the shape of a D, yeah, for sure. But I don't think that's a mint mark D. Fuck no. If you've ever seen the CPG or looked up that variety, it does not look like a D for squat. I mean, ish. Open for interpretation. $66, Greg, sir. It's in the 66 SMS set, and it's graded a 67 Cameo. But the reverse of that is a decam. I think that if I played with it enough, there's a good chance it would get a star cameo, because the reverse is absolutely decam. There's no doubt about it. But the obverse is most certainly barely cameo. But if you look at the 66 year, there has been 0 deep cam 66 dimes graded ever for the SMS 66 in any grade whatsoever. There's 0 decams. There's some for the 65 and there's some for the 67. I actually have one that I'm going to hopefully get graded, but none for the 66 whatsoever. So I think they had a hard time, or they didn't frost the obverses very much, because how frosty my example is actually one of the frostiest 66s I've ever seen, just because they don't get black and white for that year. It just didn't happen for that fractional. It'd have been cooler if it did. On to the next variety that I have verified, though. Yay. So do you see that there thing that just kind of doesn't belong on his, what is that, hair? We're going to call that hair. End of the ribbon. So I think that's the ribbon. Yeah, it's the ribbon. End of the ribbon. That little Fachiga. So Robert Lawson sent the 5 on cheek to Ken Potter. I think there's a video on CoinHop. If you look up dime varieties on CoinHop, there's an old one way back when Dustin Morgan ran it. And the thumbnail is the 5 on cheek, but it's only a few minute video. He gives you a more information about finding that variety in there than like most of them. But throughout what I've talked to Robert and what I've seen him do the videos on, he gave it to Ken and they did an overlay, and it's the size of, if like a 5 from the 65 SMS set, if a 5 like barely touched it and just left the very, very tip of the touch on there, that's the exact shape it would be. So they think a 65 die hit it when it was like kind of, I don't know how it happened, but they think a 5 hit it because the overlay matches up. But that is heavily debated. That's incredibly argued. I don't know why it's argued so heavily. I think Robert maybe made somebody mad or something. I'm serious about that too, because for some reason they scrutinize his variety on this so much more so than I've ever imagined, for something that's so easily verifiable, duplicated, and easy to attribute. Like, it has die markers on the back. It's got die markers on the front. It's very clearly got a 5. If it's not there, it's not there. And it was the first thing to be worn off. So you're not going to have many examples, because on the one example it had, or the one die I'm assuming it's on, it got blasted off within, I want to say within 100 strikes. That would be a flat piece of metal at that point. It would no longer stand up. See, and I've talked to some people, but opinions are absolutely biased based on who they heard it from, how they heard about it. All kinds of things are add to why they feel about the 5. Because I talked to Roadrunner, who how he found out about it. The dude who told him said he doesn't think it's a 5. He thinks it's just 2 things that in the shape of kind of look like it, barely. But so that's how Roadrunner feels as well. I've had a good one in my hand. I've had the good one in my hand. It looks exactly like a 5, like exactly like a 5. There's no, and it's raised so far up. I mean, it's about as high as a normal device. It's just really thin. And there's no breaks in it, so there's no gaps around the straight lines to the curve. It's all connected, so it's not like 2 things that were hit and then made it look like that. It's a 5. I don't know how it's 5, but it's more of a 5 than the Superbird is an S. I can tell you that. No, it's a lie. They're about even. The S on the Superbird, how you can tell that is an S on the Superbird, that is exactly how the die makes me feel. It is very clearly a 5 on the G. It's very clearly a 5. No doubt in the brain. When you see it, you see it. It even stands out in the light in a certain way. Like when you hold it the right way, it's the only thing that'll shine at you. So this is the FS 303 we got right yonder on the 1888. Which has a buku amount of overdates. Just so you know, most people think there's only one. No, there's like 3 or 4 you can look for that PC Gesso grade, and then there's like 17 or 18 that they don't grade. There's a lot. Like on the first 8 of this one, you can see the top loop a little bit, and then the last 8 you can kind of see a little bit of the O-ring in the top loop, a wee bit. But the thing that makes it stand out is that little squared off piece that stands out the ribbon is, from what I can tell, because there's not much info unless you get a snow book, which I'm not lucky enough to have. Coinfax, their video or their picture of the example for 303 is the only one that I know of that has this little thing on it too, as well as the other shit. Then back to the no date, just because I think that's cool. We got one of these. Yeah, what happened? I'm jelly of your Superbird. I want the Superbird just because Superman's my favorite superhero. I had a white dog that looked exactly like Krypto for the exact reason that he looked exactly like Krypto as a puppy. And that's the tattoo on my chest. Most things I collect even. And I ran out of money pretty hard. Right at 54 is when I stopped my proof set collection. And I'm not going to pay for a Superbird. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to find one. And if I pay for a Superbird, it's going to be with the whole proof set, and it's not going to be that expensive. Because I've heard that they're not as rare. They're about as rare as the Bugs Bunny on the 55, is what I hear. About one in 3, a little over a third have it. Oh, yeah, what would I do with that hat? Would I leave it in the set with the rest of them, or would I fucking separate it? I don't know. Ah, my neck hurts. All right. You need any proof nickels in the 2000? Because damn it, I don't know what to do with these. Well, I know to keep them because I'm going to open a shop eventually, but I have 2002, 3, 4, all the 4s, and 2005, all the 5s. So both examples of the fucking nickels. And the same with the Lincolns. I have those respected years in the Lincolns too. I have 2002 through 2006 proof Lincolns. Like I got about a page of each. I used to write down some weird shit on my flips. This says high S on the 1970S. This better be a really high S because that means nothing. Okay, that is a really high S. All right, that's actually. All right, that makes sense why I would write that. I wasn't full retard. Yeah, 55. The quarters, or the no, 52 was a decent year for Cameo. Yeah, 50 is a stupid year. Watching Ben the Coin Geek, his video on his proof Benji send in, the fact that he didn't get a cameo on that 50, he better play with that. I swear to God, if he sold that, I'm gonna be so mad that he didn't play with that more. Because that's a significant increase in value. And that card was very clearly a cameo fucking coin. Whoever didn't give that the grade it deserved was high. High as a fucking kite. Or he was staring at the sun or something. Because that coin was cameo. If you haven't seen the Coin Geek's video on any of his videos, just go watch the Coin Geek for a while. I'll accept if you leave here to go watch the Coin Geek because that dude is informational and very helpful for your hobby career, your hobby future. And he's kind of funny. He tries, which is kind of funny in the end. What else do we got here? Oh, yeah. I remember this thing. So we have a wee bit of a double here. Unfortunately, this part of the S, yes, Old Pueblo coins. In Arizona, I don't know if you know this, but Pueblo is not in Arizona. Pueblo's in New Mexico. So I find it funny that he works at Old Pueblo Coins in Arizona. Because I was like, oh, he lives in New Mexico? That's like the state below me. I'm going to go check that out. Nah, not a thing. He's the state below me. So that can blow me. On this here commemorative bicentennial. It's doubled on the reverse, but this is the strongest doubling point. Just right here. It's fat elsewhere. And then you can kind of see it try to break out on other things. But the only real spot that got good enough to separate. Oh, this E did too, actually. That's a lie. If I play with lighting enough, I can get that to show. I know that for a fact. Kind of makes me want to play with lighting. Because that should show. Sounds like somebody's murdering a child and then sawing them in half outside right now. You just hear little kid screams and then little aggressive. I understand if they won't quit running around, but you don't have to saw legs off and shit, dog. Good shit, man. I hope he sends it to you anyway. I hope you still get that coin. I hope you get the money back, but you still get that coin in the end. Because he deserves that to happen. And so do you for dealing with nonsense. Because that's bullshit. That's bull to the capital sheet. It makes you want to punch a fat fuck in his fat fucking head. That fuck. Sorry. I bet that's obnoxiously loud because I have a new mic. And that's unfortunately close to where my mic actually is. So I apologize for this loudness at the moment. You should do what you gotta do to show your variety, dog. I got it to show though. All right. Oh, damn. For some reason, certain parts of the coin are just almost impossible to get to shine for some reason, unless you blind everything out. Like this spot in the corner here that's got a split right in it. Why is that so hard to get to show? I mean, you can get it to kind of show. But you can't just get it to be an easy, like, hey, check it out. Bleh. It's always some pain in the ass fucking reason. And it makes that impossible. Sorry for the motion sickness. I'm having a cord issue. It's right over my view pad. So anytime I move my light, it catches my fucking coin and moves it. And it's very frustrating, actually. I almost had a fit of rage. Fits of rage. Sorry. I have a ring light because the ring light that this thing came with was really, really not awesome. And I mean really, just was not awesome. So I use one of the Walmart ones, but it's kind of hard to make it independent because I don't want it to move around when I have to touch other things on my scope. What kind of scope do you use, Greg? Because if you haven't gotten one of like the good ones, I highly advise you take that 150 that you bought the fucking coin with from Busman, and you get one of the scopes that gives you 4 inches in between your coin and your hand, or your lens in your hand and your work. It gives you almost a 6-inch work zone. I can put my full fist in between the scope and the coin. And adjusting it is a dial that's huge and right in your face. I can't even use my other scope anymore unless I'm doing full coin viewing. Because when it's that close to your work, it is impossible to fucking function. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how used to it I was after I got used to this thing. Like it's ridiculous hard to work on with those. The quality's not bad on them. I mean, there's still the Mustcam 5.0 I got is still a quality scope. And the software it came with is better than the software that my expensive one came with, which I find hilarious. Just a little disc. Like the program that it came with, it works better, which I find hilarious. So you have the one that you have to be, if you have that little clear plastic guard on your thing, you're basically I would maybe a half inch from your work. I would assume. Like the coin's got to be within an inch if you're looking for varieties. Because they have ones that are not necessarily $300. I got the 300 because the boom arm stand. So you can be you still got about an inch and a half maybe. That little plastic guard is kind of cool because when you're looking in an album, if you just set that thing on the album, you can focus in and it works almost the same for all the points in the album. And you can just go through. My first little one, I broke it off, and then I got the one that had the screen. Then my dog broke that one. So then I got the Mustcam one, and I didn't take the little plastic guard off, and I'm glad I didn't take the little plastic guard off of this one like I did the first one, because I can just set it on an album and I don't have to worry about how far away I'm holding it, and it's not all stupid wobbly. I just take it out of the holder and move it around, do it with it what I please. But the big one, like the boom arm stand, you can show a Dansko under this thing. You can show any spot of your Dansko with ease because it's just, you have like a foot out from your stand as long as you weigh down your stand a little bit. And you can show something that's about 20 inches away from your original spot. You can extend your scope any direction, and I can angle it any direction I want. Like I can angle it up, down, sideways, any diagonal way. So the stand was $150 of the $300 purchase. Because it's not gonna lie, a couple of the pieces of this stand are really necessary. But other than that, it's basically PVC. It's just heavy metal and clamps. That's it. On like a flat cast iron stand. But then it has these two dials. One has a little lever that you lift up and you can like angle it any way you want, and the other one keeps it good. But other than that, dude, you could make it for $5 and a little bit of like time. You'd be good. But those, because I have a 34 megapixel microscope camera. So I love the fact that it's 34 megapixel and not 2 or 1.5 or 3. I don't even think it's a full 34. But even if it halves a 34, no, sir, I have this plugged directly into a HDMI monitor. So I can plug it into any HDMI monitor whatsoever. And it's plugged, I have the power source plugged into the outlet because that's what it is now. How you're seeing it is because I have it plugged into the computer as well. So what I look at, I have a monitor to my left, which is a HD curve little 24-inch color monitor that has the HDMI port because it has an HDMI spot in the camera. So the HDMI cord goes from there to the TV monitor, and then I have it's like a good jack. It's like a square phone charger, like but specifically for cameras. I have that because it has a USB in the back. It runs from that port to the USB into the computer, and it plays on both screens. So even if I and I do that because when I have it up here, if somebody does this and decides that they want to take over, so they shrink me out or turn off my camera or it's somebody else up here all of a sudden, I can still do my scoping independently on my other TV, even if they take over this one. And I love being able to do that. And it's better that way as well, because when I plug it into here and have it on the computer, I lose the ability to do my exposure changes, my color settings, my basically anything that I can do with my remote. I lose the function of when I plug it into the computer. If I just have it ran with the power source and into a TV, I got all kinds of stuff to do. I can change everything. It's beautiful. But I lose all of that when I come into StreamYards. So like I'm stuck right here only because like how I can't make the tip of that D stand out at all is only because I'm on StreamYards right now. If I was if we were streaming on my phone and I had this unplugged just on the TV, I could change my settings enough to where that would stand out bright as sunshine in your face. Only reason it's hard to show certain things is because I can't change anything once I'm here. I have to set it to like a generic setting that I think will work for most coins that I'm looking at, and I just kind of got to go with it. But out when I'm just by myself, oh yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff, bro. It's got negative, black and white. This one called Sophia, and it's actually rather cool. It's kind of like black and white, but with a red hue. It makes shit stand out pretty good. It's got more line settings than you could ever imagine with measurings. And so if you're trying to measure devices and do overlays, it is the perfect thing to have because you have insane amounts of line settings. I think there's 100 different line settings that you can do, and it's nuts, man. It's nuts. I might make a video of using it when I have it independently set up, and I'll just record it on my phone to show what you can actually do with this thing. Because what you guys see that I'm able to do is nothing. It's literally nothing. I can do nothing. It is worth it. It's worth the extra room. Having the 6 inches in between the coin and the lens for me to be able to just, I can load up a mouse pad, which is what I do. I flip a mouse pad over and I load up row upon row of coin. And I just do one, and then I go to the next and the next, and I finish that mouse pad. I take it off and I load it up again. And that way it's soft. I ain't scratching nothing. And the top of the mouse pad is rather slick, so you can slide it across your table real easy like. Oh yeah, see, in this one, I'll make a video because it's all about exposure. Having exposure abilities is everything. I didn't know that that's what. So when I have this thing set up, if I hit the arrow button on my remote, it makes it get brighter or dimmer. What that is it's changing my exposure settings from -2, -3, +1, +2. And if you can get your exposure to where it's, I think it's like +2 is what it turns out it shows everything beautifully. It is just enough to where it's amazing. And I use very little scope light, and I use a lot of third-party lighting. So I have 3 desk lamps that I move around constantly to get what I need to show up because it's not uniform on how things are viewed. It's really hard to get things to show up on certain things, especially certain spots of the coin. Like anything that to the right, if you're trying to get a split serif that's on Lincoln's on the right hand side, it is really hard to get that to just show up. Even if you look at any of Wexler's and most of Variety Vista, they have some serious issues as well. And this one, I'm still going to be, right now I'm probably 4 inches away from the coin still. And this is how close I can get. This is as close as it allows me to be, but I am still a full sideways hand from the coin. So it doesn't necessarily matter how close I am. I can be this, and I can still have just as much workroom. Only downside is I need an adapter or a different lens that lessens the magnification a little bit because I can't show full coin. Like, so that's all the way zoomed in. That's as far as I can go in with it being accepted and clear at all. And then this is as far as I can go zoomed out. And going to catch up. This is it. That's as far out as I can go. There's no more room to get unless I take off the, because even if I raise up the other bar of this, because I can raise my scope higher, I can make it taller. I can do that, but that doesn't really help me. Let's see. Let's bring raise you up way high. Let's get you out the way. It's just, I can't get it to focus. And yep, that's it. It is unfocusable right here. One is all the way out, one is all the way in. I cannot compromise them enough to get it to stay. So it's just unusable at this distance. I have it at the max, and just here, which allows me a little bit of range. Yeah, so unless you take off one of the lenses, which is basically the whole thing, because my camera is a little square, like a tiny little square, and then the entire tube is just lenses. So there's an adapter that you can buy that is like it's a negative 0.5 adapter that it reduces the magnification by half. So I'll be able to show like a full Morgan instead of half a quarter. And it's really easy to interchange and do all that stuff. It's just I need to find it and buy it. I need to see if they're all the same size for these lenses. Because if they're the same size, I can find one at the pawn shop for like $10. But I need to know if there's like different monopolies on that. Oh, this is a 74, buddy. This doesn't even exist, man. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, this stupid thing needs to be sent out. Like, I need to send it to Wexler or somebody. I mean, Wexler's the only one now who does that, so it's got to be Wexler. Yeah, because you can't even click on 74S proofs in any of the websites we look at. If you're looking to click on them for RPMs, once you hit the RPM and go to years, not an option, not a thing. Good luck. Try again. And then I say shenanigans, because this is probably the clearest double die on a quarter I've ever found, or RPM on a quarter I've ever found. And then if I can find it, I have an 82 proof nickel. The reverse, I have been told by 3 people I respect 3 separate answers. One told me it was die deterioration. One told me it was machine doubling. And one told me it was a legit double die. And I mean, all of them were very highly respected and shit, even. So there's that. If you're grading them to keep them, Annex through and through. Their holders are better. It's fucking like $100 million cheaper. You don't need a membership, and they're in Colorado. So if you want to avoid shipping charges for the shipping back to you, let me know. I'll go pick them up and I'll ship them to you however you want. I've never used Annex, but I'm going to if I'm going to keep coins. If I'm going to grade a coin to keep, it's going to be Annex. There's no doubt about it. That's how I'm going to grade all my coins. Their holders are phenomenally better. It's like half of that selling point. You get to see what coin you have without pulling out your without touching your slab. That's everything to me. And the fact that they're like fucking $10, and I can go pick them up. This was something that That's cool. I haven't found many quarter varieties. I need to start doing that more. instead of fighting with all these bastards on these proof things that nobody wants to believe. Like that one's one of the easier ones to prove, I think, or it's gonna be, I should say, because bastards like to argue. This one is going to be on the mediocre end of difficulty. We'll say it's going to be an intermediate difficulty level on getting mofos to believe. Because as of right now, they told me it looked like Machine Doubled on CoinOp Facebook group, which I understand. I understand, guys. There's a photo. But that you kind of tells you shenanigans, guys. It's not flatter shelf-like. It's not. That's a approved DDO for Sheezy, my kneesies. It's okay. I'm pretty effing sure I know what I'm looking for these days. And the U was like the dead marker. Like it's larger than it should be, and it even has a little extra bloop. I wish I could get that to show up better. That ain't bad. I know. Plug yourself back in. Oh, you're a bastard. Gotta let you do it. Here's my ass. America. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to play with this some more. We have this thing. And what made me know it was a true double die was this here, right here. What am I touching that is making it so affected? This is why I try to keep my scope independent from everything. Is that stupid wiggle? Is because it's touching something else on my desk. Because that stand is so expensive because it eliminates that wiggle. But there. This is on a 78 proof Rosie, which is also something that does not exist. Sorry for all that movement. I'm going to let this sit for a minute so everybody can let their stomach settle, including my own. I mean, that's how we were taught doubling is supposed to be. It's larger than it's supposed to be. It's not flatter shelf-like. It's doubled to the northeast. Or southwest, depending on how you want to, how you term it. Original punch is northeast, final punch is southwest. So those are two that I think are winnable battles. I got some not winnable battles, I think, until I find more examples of them. But these are the ones that I only have one of each one, but I still think it's a winnable battle. That's pretty cool. I found one W. It was a 2019. And then my buddy who I told about the W's has found like 3 of the Pervy Mark ones. So I stole one from him. He can kiss my ass. I was like, give me this. You wouldn't even know about this if it wasn't for me. And all you do is sell them for whatever. I don't even care. I'm taking this. Kiss my ass. I was pissed. I was like, how are you going to find 3? You don't even know about coins. Fuck you, Zach. I don't like you. I'm just kidding. He's my friend. I did totally take that though. I announced that it was being stolen as it was being stolen. He wasn't getting it back. I took it. He kissed my ass. To be fair, he ditched me a few months back at a light rail station. I was like, hey buddy, I got off at the wrong station. Give me a ride to the next one so I can get to my car. It's cold. I left my coat in there. He's like, all right, cool. I'm around the corner. I just got off the highway right there. It's like, all right, buddy. And then I finally get a hold of him an hour later after I've called an Uber and dealt with all shit because he refused to answer for this like next hour. He answers the phone and goes, hey, what's up? I'm just watching a movie. I was like, what the fuck do you mean you're watching a movie? He's like, yeah, I'm watching a movie. What's up? So how do you get sidetracked when you say on the phone that you can see me, basically, and you'll be here in under a minute to get me right when it's cold as fuck, and then you go home? I could kill you. Oh my bad, I forgot I got spaced. So how do you get spaced in that kind of time? See who stole all the 2020 W's? Because I know Jeep didn't he didn't even attempt this year. Jeep didn't even try for the 2020s, I swear. And I have one because my buddies found 3. And I don't know how many made it to Colorado. I know we only have one company that deals with the reserve directly. And that's PMC. Who? Me? It's pure Keef. I do advise it. It's quite delicious. Speaking of which, it is about time I slow down the mind.
I am everything that I said I am. Keep my shit tight, man. Motherfucking Hoover thing.
What up, OC?
I'm not cracking any time, so my mind satisfied to a square with the mind so down and high noon, sharp as a high bull, crash like a monsoon style of a costume. I'm constantly awesome. Voice fresh as spring, on my beats about to blossom. Caution, get out to bed when I'm moshing. My friends are higher and nice, and I got them that way. We both operate. My phone's full of weed, man. How you been a pterodactyl? You can call me caveman. California raisin, hit me through the grapevine. 30 BB days to give a man, I'm feeling just fine. I be out I ain't never stop until I finally feel I got mine. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like homies never say die. Oh.
I'll go fast. Oh. Goonies never say die. Sure, Goonies never say die.
Keep it cool, right? I'm like an avalanche. I get stupid when I want to. Rain Man. I keep it flowing. I do the rain dance. Man, everybody loves me. Call me Rain Man. If I go, I can give you some. I like a stone on my tippy toes. Spread my mind, but I got to one animal. Tearing down the devil's nose. Selling with the soul.
I have ADHD, legit. If I take Adderall, I go to bed. It helps me. The Adderall helps me think for like an hour, and then I just sleep. So now I just kind of smoke to feel normal. Unless I do a whole lot of dabbing. Like if I do some real dabbing, if you can get high, there's something wrong with you at that point. 'Cause that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Whoa. Like Goonies never say die. That's highly frustrating right here. Balls on your chin, call your bitch Jay Leno. South Central. Yeah, and a trunk full of beer. Never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water, like Goonies never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die. Xanax still knocks me out. I think I took a Xanax. I've only taken the Xanax once my whole life, actually. And I slept for like 16 hours. Like immediately just went to bed. I just fell asleep like 16 hours. That was the extent of the high I felt from Xanax. It was a miniature coma-like sleep. I was like, that's a weird pill to buy. I don't know why people would pay for that. It's a weird thing. It's just, I want to sleep for 2 days. I mean, if I really hated the world, Xanax would be great because I'd just sleep the whole fucking world away. It'd be easy. I just need a new flip. I can believe that, Bobby C, because yeah, it would for me too. Because like, yeah, like my body just like majority of my brain just like shuts the F down immediately. Bleh. If I end up doing anything, I guarantee you I'm not gonna remember shit. I did like it when the Adderalls used to be all the little blue ones you could chew, and they tasted like candy. They actually tasted like candy when we were in school. They never got me high, but they tasted good and they made me focus real well. So it was kind of like a limitless pill. And they tasted good, so you could eat them like candy. Yeah, you can't do it without safeguard flips, which are stupid expensive and scratch immediately. So you better know what coin you want to put in a safeguard flip, because that's like 25 cents or more per. That's like $1 a flip. It's like 70 cents a flip. It's probably not that much, but it's too much for a safeguard flip. Up here, they're $15 for a 50 pack. So 15 and plus tax, so like $16 for 50 flips. It's crazy. It's crazy. Even when I say it out loud, it's crazy. It's crazy to me still. It's stupid though. I hate paying that much.
take your shirt off, and we should go hit the cantina. We got work off. I said it's hot outside, I need go swimming in your eyes. We've been running for a while. Want you later, make me smile. I can never
Who is it? Oh, you're beautiful.
salty when we kiss. I said I think I can stay here, 'cause I feel our time has come, and we can walk down to the ocean and sit with the rising sun. So unpack your bags this instant, no more running from town to town. And now that we
You're so safely. Lay me down. Lay me down. Lay me down. Oh, this thing's pretty cool. Forgot about this thing. Whoa.
my sweet summer's gone, and all my men, she made it clear.
This still can't be wrong. My summer, my sweet summer's gone. Yeah, this will give me copyright strike like immediately because this is a very popular band. I expect that.
Warm was the weather outside the day we met. Blue was the color of skies the day she left. Short was the time we had, it was the best. Cause
Long were the nights we spent with no rest.
I met her on a Friday, she left on a Monday. Wrote me a letter, said she hoped to see me someday. We had a good time.
I can't deny that you can be my sunshine every time you fly back. You love me. See you. She made me all alone.
But I do it all over again. Made it clear, my summer, my sweet summer is gone.
My sweet summer is gone. There.
Yeah, she left in the morning, done without warning. Done what it
Mastered, lost in the moment.
She played me the girl, took me for a ride.
Now she's off on an airplane back to real life.
She dipped out, smoked on my weed, and she flipped out.
Oh, that shit was gonna piss me off. Thank God. Sorry, we were having cord issues, and now I know why everything went cordless because I was about to just start cutting shit. Public safety was getting in danger just now. That's what I'm saying. Goose fraba, as they say in shit. So I think this is more than just an RPM. It's trash. It's within uncirculated with it. That sucks. That's a win and a loss and a win again, but still loses. I always check my really damaged looking coins because I expect the most fucked up one I find to be like the best variety I've ever found. Because I do have that kind of luck. It'll show it to me just to let me know that it's worthless. It's like the damn waffle planchets all over again. I had my hand on $1 million and I let it go because I was stupid. Which is why I teach the coin stuff so willy-nilly and openly. Because nobody should be that stupid. Have your hand on like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of fucking canceled state quarter waffle planchets. And then think that they're worthless, think that it's a ruined quarter, so that it's not even worth 25 cents. So you leave them there, and you keep like 10 of them just to remember the day. There was thousands of them. Turns out they're $30 a piece, easy, all day, raw, all day. And if I could have given you all the states and given you a complete, can you imagine a complete state canceled quarter Waffle Planet fucking album, where you have all of them just all cut, all waffled? Can you imagine? I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. That would probably be one of the coolest things I've ever seen, and I probably could have made one. Because I know there's at least like 6 or 7 different reverses. I could have. Ah, dude, I don't want to think about that anymore. Never mind. Change the subject. Fuck that shit. Just as loud as we please. Fuck that shit, man. Yeah, that sucked. That was such a cool day. I'm not smart. In a black and white photo. Whiskey into wine. I do need to sell stuff. I need to do like an auction day, but I don't know who I would show. Because I know people are pretty loyal to Sendhorda and Rob Lawson and the Dubbins. I don't keep things in rolls, so yes, I have binder upon binder of flips. 3-ring binders of these, yes. Start a fire, the sun goes down. This is RPM 14. I don't know how many of the 58 Denvers I have, but out of like the 208, or some, however many there are, I know I got like 30 of them. Just because I got 2 rolls and then like a handful of ones because this dude emptied a roll at an LCS one time. He was like, I just emptied 2 rolls into this shoebox. And I was like, cool, I'll take them, you dick. You could have just left them in the fucking rolls and I'd have been way happier about this. So, I've accumulated a few. Because I've never purchased a variety or error before. I don't collect them. I acquire them as I go about in order to purchase the things that I genuinely want. I use the variety game. I don't collect it. Do we have anybody who knows a Lola? Because we have a Lola. Yeah. If she was born in 78, it'd be super titties for you. And if she was born in Denver, even cooler. I'm pretty sure it's an RPM too. Potentially a DDO. That's a suspicious looking S. I don't know. This is a DDO. So we got any Lola coin collectors out there born in 78 in Denver who need a fucking DDO in their life? Because we got one right here. What happened? I didn't see that coming. I've never scoped this coin before. I don't even know if 78 has varieties for it, but that W is good. That's a true W right there. Now, if I'm going to listen to random reggae, Bull for 2. I knew that 8 looked kind of suspicious. I truly do believe this is a double there. And I'm gonna wanna smoke it with you. It's time for us to sit down and unwind. I know the feeling, I know the feeling. Make sure the gun just back there will feel alright. If anybody knows where to get the little pipe stamp, let me know, because I want to continue this tradition. And I have the O's, but I can't find the little pipe counter stamp. I got this one, this frosty purple butter, and it's big enough for 2. With you. The fuck is my spoon? Where's my little Keith spoon? God damn it. No, there's. It's a good thing I'm not monetized, because this song would definitely be copyrighted. Along with the last 4 I played. But I don't get monies. Shit. It'd be a lot cooler if I did, though. What is silver at? Anybody know? Did we drop below 25? I'll be offended if we drop below 25. I'll be highly upset, actually. I will feel extreme displeasure. So after we have this rest of this 24 past the hour, what happened break, or as I call it, the mile high attitude adjustment. Yeah, that's a. So I roll. Might as well just keep rocking this copyright strike potential songs here and play another one while we finish this. What happened? It's fitting though because he's from the Mile High, so Mile High attitude adjustment with a Mile High artist. What happened? You don't know who this is yet, but you will. That's cool. Mm. Oh, I'm about to find out. And here it comes. I'm a little bit off today. Something down inside me is different. Woke up a little off today. I can tell that something's wrong. I'm a little thrown off today. There's something going on inside me. I'm a little bit off today. A little bit off today. Hey, beautiful. Did you message me? You might have messaged me. Just go into messages and see. I feel like I could die today. No. Ah. I'm jelly that you only paid $60 for that proof set book because that's worth a lot more than that. You're gonna come up on that one. Right? I wasn't blowing you off though. I went through and looked at my messages and I have it. Wait. Oh no, I did. Oh, it's because I had an okay typed in draft. Son of a bitch. So it turns out I did have a thumbs down from you and a pass out. I did pass out though, by the way. I passed the F out. I woke up at 11 today. I didn't even make it back to the computer last night, I don't think. I think I made it to my bed, which was like on the way. It's not fair. I'm sorry. It's a dick move right now. Sometimes I'm tired. I woke up fully clothed. Oh, yeah, that's still titties.
Something down inside me feels so different. Just a little bit off today.
You can all fuck off today. I'm running a button up here. I'm like adult fully clothed. I got the king toe, steel toe, the work pant, the blue button up, the watch even. It was a Whitman Proof album, so it lets you put in the mint cellos. It has 2 per page. It's cool as shit. I haven't seen very many of them. And it was full. I don't remember what all years that were in there. I know I saw at least one of the Benjis. And there was, I think all of the silver fucking Kennedys were in there, I think. And I don't know if the 65 was in there or not. Oh, cool. So it fits hard albums in there too? Alright, I'll turn it down. Oh wait, I don't know. I don't know if I want to turn it down. Well, you're also driving and trying to do your own thing too. I can't compete with your life too, Roadrunner. You're on the bus though, that's acceptable. I apologize. Wait. You don't have headphones in and you're on the bus? You're crazy. So does it fit the hard pack? Beautiful? If it's the, as they call them, the blue box sets and the black box sets? Let me go back to that photo. I don't know if it's. I could just answer that myself. I didn't think I saw a hard pack. Oh no, so it's the PD. Okay, yeah, so it's the cellophanes. Yeah, so it's not the 70 proof set because the 70 proof set's in a hard pack. It's going to be the P&D, PD and S, which is cool because you might have the RPM 001 in that. No chance. I learned my lesson with my place that I used to go to, which I'll totally give out my place now. If you want to go to Property Room, Property Room. It's a storage place, or not storage. It's an auction place. Mediocre for coins. Sometimes you find some cool shit. Very rarely do you find like worth it shit, but it's a place if you like hunting shit online and you haven't heard of Property Room, go check it out. I advise it. Sometimes you can get some decent stuff at an alright price, and sometimes you can get some like a chance at something balls expensive, like some of the PCGS slabbed typeset coins float around up there. All right.
I left the stove on, so there's food for you to eat that I hope you choke on. And I wash your clothes with bleach. I left my phone on. Before I left, I cracked your screen and I left a note on. My Twitter you should read. It says I'm not sorry for the things I said. You know you deserved it. All the times you wish that I was dead. You make me feel worthless. I'm not sorry for for the way I was, and I hope you're hurting. Now I know that I was just in love.
Oh, and that 1910S, Decone says that he's pretty sure it's the variety, so that needs to be double checked. But that's potentially like a $500 coin.
I've been waiting to delete the number out of my phone. I know it's you if the color's unknown. You got a short fuse, and I don't need those explosions. I ain't gonna play with your teenage emotions. Welcome to the end. Oh, the best of us yet. Oh, I'm not yours. You don't know me. No more heart emojis. Get it through your head. Oh, I wish you were dead. Oh, I hope you're happy, lonely. No more heart emojis. Feel like my Instagram post. Leave a thumb up on every status I wrote. If I were you, then I would probably go ghost. How's it feel to never ever let go? Yo, you think you're a snack, but I'd rather have chips. You think thinking a voodoo doll's gonna make you a witch. You think grabbing on a man's gonna make you rich. And you ain't cute enough to act like a. You got stalker vibes. You should have known by your eyes, girl. No one really smiles that much, and I probably should have known it by the way that you lie, cause I don't even like me that much. So the red flags, time to accept that you ain't good enough to get my text back. I know what's good for me, you're a death trap.
Ah, you got him. That's super funny. That's super funny. In God we, and I'm gonna let you fill in the blank for whatever you think that in God we, you finish. It wasn't me, it's you. Whoa. 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 He's cute. If people want up, I'll put the link in chat. I'm not really doing much. Oh yeah, how yours all toned when you had that 71. You said beautiful. Well, this is what the 70 nickel did. That was next to that Lincoln. The rainbowed all beautiful. It just got this like stupid blue streak around his face, and that's it. Her name is Lola, and she dances in the sand. If you didn't notice, this was for Lola.
Everything is great. Go ahead and check my page. Got another million views. Got another million things.
I'm so fucking bad.
Put me on your playlist. Got outside your seat. Want a picture taken. Everything is great. Like the smile that's on my face. Like this grilling, like these chains. I am everything I hate. I'm so afraid.
Oh, and this is what Kennedy did.
Mama, I done got fire. I feel like I'm falling apart.
It didn't change much. And it definitely didn't change very beautiful colors. I never did look to see if it's a variety though.
Speaking with God when I'm sleeping, it ends with alarms. I'm feeding my stars. The secrets I'm keeping so deeply, it squeezes the blood from my heart. There's a person in me getting lost in the trees till I'm up on the stage and I freeze. I just need a car and a key. I will start it and leave. When I'm far, then I'll get out and scream. I'm a rock star. Saw me on a cop car.
All right. Signed by David Bowers. Nice. Yeah, that's titties. Another million plays. Yeah. Everything is great.
Mama, I done got far.
Oh, wow. It's got to be halftime desk clean here in a second, or else it's going to get a bit out of hand. Holy sheep shit, Batman. The dime with the 5-ounce cheek that I'm waiting to get back from Trey is top 5-ounce cheek variety. And if he gets it attributed, it'll be the only one graded for a minute or for a period of time too. And that'll be titties. But it's the only cameo ever graded. So there's a higher graded coin, but none with the Darius Hay. It's me. 1960.
Go ahead and tell the world I'm ugly and racist. I braid my hair and I don't care about cultural appropriation. I moved to the ghetto, lived in the ghetto. There's no Caucasians, and still I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna use this space to get clicks on his page? Y'all hypocrites I'm made. But I ain't tripping about these bullies that ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I'm not afraid. Take my face and my name. Taste it on the front page. I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My crime's way to write my rhymes different. You can try to quantify the fine limits as a dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire. This ain't white privilege. I do what I want. Get out the Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Out of my closet, out of my crib. I do not want it. That is for kids. That is for rappers to ask you to produce the beats for
No. I don't think so. The dime with the 5 is the only thing I know of that has something on the cheek that they actually has ever been talked about, unless it's like a Morgan or something. Because I'm sure that there's something with a Morgan in the cheek, because there's always something with a Morgan. I have this written down as RPM 002. Oh, sweet. Oh, I need a damn massage or somebody to just come jump on my back for a little while. Jesus Christ. Sleeping sucks. I wake up all. Oh, that was quick. Oh, that's a nice looking quarter. Ah, come here. Where's there's no 5 on the cheek, people, but there's something in front of his face, and it looks like a dropped letter. Or a weird hit mark from the way it looks. It would be a weird hit mark, though. It could be a drop letter, though. Potentially. Oh, the SMS, it was only 65, 66, and 67. And she sent me a picture of a 50 tree. Yeah, in front of the face. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it looks like a drop letter. It looks like grease clogged the die and it fell off onto the field of your coin. His nose looks weird too. There's definitely something weird on his nose that I didn't notice until just now. It's got like a weird fachiga on it. I mean, yeah. That's what we're talking about, Greg. It's this thing right here. So you don't feel left out. But he's got this weird little design on his nose, as you can see, that I didn't notice until just now. But yeah. I didn't know she circled that. So. Well, that totally does look like a 5. I mean, kind of. Is this your coin, or is this still somewhere else? No, that looks like your fingernail. You totally have this. I mean, you can see it a clearer picture, but yeah, from what I can tell, it looks like a 5. Yeah. Does it look like there's any other numbers before or after that 5? Because it would be if it's a 5, it would be part of a date. It's totally raised. The thing on the nose is absolutely raised. And the thing on the ear, where am I gonna be able to show this for reference here? So where's your line? There's your line. So right there looks to be a 5-ish of some degree, mixed in with the ear and shit. It's harder to tell, but yes, I believe it. But the thing on the nose, yeah, that's absolutely a clash. It's a raised clash for sure. And it looks like there's something next to the 3 on the date, and there's the bottom. There's like that right there. I don't know how well you guys can see, but I can see that little like half moon that connects the 3 to his. It connects the 3 to his fucking neck. The center of the back of the 3. I think that's a little something that looks extra. It looks like the bottom of the eye in Liberty has something like missing out of it. I don't think that's a hit mark. I think that's actually like taken out accidentally from whatever the hell happened. Looks kind of weird. That's pretty significant for a random Hitamaka. I have an aggressive cottonmouth, so I'll be right back before I start eating my own face and shit, like me, myself, and Irene style. Holy shit. I miss Ken. That turd used to do this every day. Oh, sweet relief. I feel like I was getting a lisp. It was getting so aggressive. Oh, so much. Oh, yeah, I miss Ken so much. People took him for granted. Only person I've ever met where if you asked him what he does, what is his hobby? He said promoting the hobby. What? What does that mean, Ken? Quickest way to make your coins worth more is to make more motherfuckers want your coins. Boom. Promoting the hobby. Continues value, structure, and fucking guarantees. God, if he didn't like you, fuck you. That's why. Oh yeah, baby. Fucking can. So I decided to start kind of doing these by myself again, even if no one's up here doing it. Because I talk about random information. Granted, you don't see my face as much yet because I'm still weird. I should plug it in that camera though and make that a thing. No, that's okay. Is anybody here? Sweet. I'll do it with you anytime you want, beautiful. What are we talking about? I'm down. I don't even care. I even have Play-Doh. I do have Play-Doh. Yes, and I advise you to do it because the longer he goes dormant, the more likely they delete his channel. I watch him at least once a week. I go back to an old episode that's at least a year old, and I watch it with its entirety. I normally do it with like a 2 to 3 hour video because I learn stuff anyway. Like he's who taught me how to designate proof coinage for Indians, for fucking mercs, for 2 centers. Like I learned a lot on the coins with friends or chat with friends, coin chat with buddies and shit. Like you'll learn more on those than you ever will Q&A. And he's fucking hilarious. So I advise you go back and watch the old ones, man. It keeps his channel there. The longer we keep watching it, the longer he'll stay around. I make sure that I do my part to keep his channel there. And I don't know if they delete old videos or something. So yeah, I go back and I watch the old ones, yeah, where he's just the hour and a half of dumb blonde jokes. That shit's fucking hilarious. I fucking miss that dude. He died on the same day my best friend did, just 4 years later. My best friend died on the same day, 2006 or 2016. Yeah, it was a fucking terrible day. I need to get a hold of CJ and get dyes so I can do the Play-Doh day. I don't do art. This fucking bubble mailer fucking uniform. Oh god, bubble mailer man. Yeah, with his dunce cap. I liked his fucking offer wars where he fucking offer somebody like dick for their coin. So they would refuse. So he'd offer like $1 more. That should be making me cry laugh so hard. You don't know shit. That's bullshit. I gotta find a bullshit button. The fucking dude. Gotta go through the means. I hate that shit too. Especially because I don't even put unreasonable offers like he did. He would put like what it's actually worth instead of what they were offering because they were offering, hey, I'll give you $7. He's got it up there for like 75. So I'll give you 11. That's duty. That's what that is. I gotta go back and start watching the ones where him and Dacone were on the same stream because I can't even imagine. I came in right after that was a thing, but I can imagine Dacone's attitude and then Ken at the same. Oh God, I'll pee myself. Because I know Ken and Chuck together was hilarious to watch those two go at it. It's kind of like watching Blue Ridge and Paula. Blue Ridge and Paula going at it, super funny. Because it's all passive aggressive, little jabs, little pokes. I have no coins on the screen. That's just terrible. I'm sorry, guys. This is a horrible host. Joe goddamn, you thought you had balls like mine. $18 Churchy Tree. That's how we, buddy. Oh no, you got him mad again. Everybody might die. Everybody might die. Oh, it's the double-headed war chicken. I mean, if you can call those chickens, I think they're more super demonic looking than chicken-like. Now you know it's official. Cheerios. Cheerio. Cheerio. Here's a new DDO, I think. And I only think it because Chuck has this on his website as an RPM. But his example is missing a few key features. It makes me think this one's different than his example. One of those key features is this little armpit thing on the 4. This thing right there. That little what happened. Right there. And then the one like splits in half. All aggressive like. And the 9, pretty aggressive splitting. So he's got example with the S touching the 5 listed as an RPM. There is no example of the S touching the 5 on any of the websites listed as a double diobverse, which I find confusing. Because this is a lot more than just an RPM, because that is absolutely a double die. That 9 is just telltale sign enough right there. So I have like 4 of these, 5. Came from an OBW roll. So this is one of the ones that I also have to try to prove. And then here's another one I'm trying to prove currently. This here's 78. Get down there. My nose has been working extraordinarily well today. It's weird. I can smell somebody far from like a mile away. It's weird. Yeah, that 54, I got a few of them, and that's far from the best example I have. That's just the one that I had in front of me at the moment. So I'm gonna look for the better example, because that was the best roll I had ever opened for. That's still probably the best roll I ever opened altogether ever was a 54 San Francisco roll. And it was a tube roll. It was absolutely flawless. Every coin in there was I would say a 65 minimum. I know it's hard to guarantee 67s, but I guarantee you there was at least one in there. I would say a 68 even. But that was like the first roll I ever purchased. And I was still being told that we weren't good enough to grade. Because, that's what we were all told in the beginning, right? We're not good enough to grade. Don't send your coin for grading. You're not smart enough. Which, it's true. It's a waste of money. But, fuck, you learn. You learn. That's the best way to learn is lose some money. Speaking of edibles, where's my poker? I look like Pickle Rick. If you're sniffing lines of bath salts off your passport, you're going more gangster than I've ever even thought about going. I've never even thought about sniffing bath salt. It seems weird. I don't want to eat people. Oh, zombie. That's cool. I go through most of my rolls like I still get nervous when I go through rolls. It genuinely makes me nervous, which I love. I'm really glad it makes me nervous. It means I respect it. I put on a mask. I don't wear gloves, but I also live in Colorado, so it is negative humidity here majority of the time, and I have tested this. It takes it being really hot, like really hot, for me to sweat at all. And I have to hold onto coins for an extended period of time for them to notice that my hand has even touched it. And I don't drop near as much. Yeah, I wear like long sleeves. I dust the room. I get a kind of air duster. I spray the room down to vacuum everything, close all the windows so there's no airflow. I still try not to breathe like when I'm above them, even with a mask on. Because that's like the only thing that has moisture in the air at the point, or at the point in time when I'm working on coins, my breath. Because that's how the black spots get on old Wheaties and old silver. That's breath. That's breath condensation. Somebody coughed around that coin. That's how it has those little dots. Somebody sneezed once, ruined everything around it. Sneezes ruin everything. And they kill people. Little ninja bastards. Can you imagine a sneezing fit while you're driving on the highway, on the interstate? You go blind. You can't fucking keep your eyes open. Everybody's going to blame it on your bad life choices. When all it was you sneezed like 6 times. That shit genuinely scares me. Good old ninja sneeze, just taking people out. They're gonna be like, he had so much pot in his system, you could have gotten the whole town high. It was probably because he was high. That's what I think about. That's the stuff. That's crazy shit I think about. Is I find double dies that don't exist. When everybody says "bless your heart," you think you know stuff. Bless your heart. You think you know stuff. That's cute. If anybody wants to come up, let me know. I'm just talking to myself. I haven't done it in a while, so it feels kind of good. Kind of weird. I like weird. Anyone want to buy anything? If anyone wants to buy anything, I'll sell stuff. What's up? Let's do this. I got stuff. I got shit, stuff, and junk. And proofs and shiny shit too. What's up? We need a 55? Huh. See, I do that too. Anything that has like any kind of spotting whatsoever, I put back. Like any discoloration, but anything that's like, if I know I'm only gonna make shit worse by putting it back in the tube, I'm not putting it back in the fucking tube. If I know that this coin is at a good enough grade to where I gotta, there's no way that it's gonna do anything but get worse in my possession. I make sure that I prevent that as much as I possibly can. That's why I prefer the 3-ring binders, because I can put the flip inside the page inside the binder, which has 2 levels of hard plastic protection, and then the hard binders, and then I put that on the shelf. So there's 3 levels of I can't fuck with you scenario going down. They don't bash back and forth like the flips will in the box. Like you don't have Mylar to Mylar rub, because there's an extra 2 layers of plastic in between those Mylar flips when you use the binder, which is what was my sale point. Is that in a box, you have no protection in between flip to flip. And those pieces of plastic on the flips are so thin. I think they're so thin, so thin. Yeah, me too, Greg. I lost my job when COVID started because I delivered candy to the vending machines and concessions for all the schools, movie theaters, sporting events, jails, and hotels in my state and the surrounding states. So I was probably the first unessential motherfucker you can imagine. They're like, all right, there's no more theaters and no more sporting events, and we're shutting down schools, and nobody's traveling anymore. So I was like, oh fuck, well there goes my job. I was there for 11 years. But me and the bosses ended on bad terms during that scenario. Because I didn't like the piece of shit. He's now in prison, though, for embezzlement. Fucking, there's a reason I didn't like the turd. But because of that, I didn't file for unemployment in time and deal with all that nonsense because fuck them. I was pissed. And I expected to get a job right away. And I didn't. So now I'm going to try to get that unemployment and shit. I'm going to try to do some back pay on that. Because I started the process, and I think I had an old claim. The first claim that I tried a while back. Turns out it got accepted. I just never followed through. So that's cool. I got to check some shit. Oh yeah, I got a pool tournament tonight. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's all right. I don't mind pool tournament. It's a good day. I still got 2 hours until I gotta go though. But then I gotta go. Yeah, 3-ring binders are the way to go, Greg. But what kind of page matters too? I'm sure you've been collecting longer than me. I'm sure of it based on you having boxes of shit. But yeah, the ghetto pages. I don't know. I have a test going. I'm putting new zinc, 2019 and 2020s in like the generic pages you can get on Amazon. That don't break as often because they have plastic softeners in there, which isn't a good thing. So I'm seeing how good the Mylar protects you because I know flips, like the guardhouse flips, have been around for a long time. Very rarely do I find a quality coin in a guardhouse flip or any of the hard plastic ones ever. I always find coins that are worth a damn either in a tube or in a cardboard flip. Just the ability to have the air get to them like they do when they're in those little all plastic ones. It just doesn't seem to seal right. I've never been able to find one that I can tell you has been sitting in that thing for years and it's still worth grabbing. Which is why I can't justify using them unless I'm shipping. And even then, I use the Safeguard, which are expensive as fuck. $15 for a 50 pack. Kiss my ass. So I've started doing where are they? The guardhouse has cool ass envelopes. So they're all cardboard. They're pretty tight. I enjoy them quite a bit. You're not allowed to see your coin when they're in there, but I don't care. If I'm putting it in a binder anyway, I'm not looking at it to begin with. So it's just one flip. And in there, what do we have in this one? Let's find out. $19.45. And then I put these in my windowsill, and we're gonna see what happens. So I have like a little, it's like a wooden box with a clear screen or like a clear view hole over the top, and a little lock. I put all of them in there, and then I put that in my windowsill so the sun hits that little glass thing, but no sun ever hits the coin because they're in those little envelopes. And I stack as much as I can in there. I got a few clad proofs, a few of the 45s, the 62s I've had in here the longest. And here's the 62s now. It's got a fair amount of color to it. What else do I have in here? Oh, here's a new Ike variety. And I know it's a new Ike variety because Robert Lawson agreed with me and said, yes, that is a new Ike variety. You should hurry up and send it in before I find the example I have of that variety in my safe and beat you to it. Wink, wink. That's quote unquote the message he sent me back. I said, fuck you, Robert. Let me put something in my name. Let somebody else get some food in their mouths. Oh yeah, Colorado, negative humidity, very thin air. So there's no air for the humidity to attach itself to. You like my fingernails and lips bleed year round. Like, Carmex is is doing well, we'll say, here in Colorado. When the sun's out, you can feel your skin burn like you're in the oven. Like it actually burns. It burns. If you're sitting in your car in traffic, it fucking burns. It sucks. Especially in winter. Wintertime sunburns fucking suck my ass. Because they come from the ground. Because it's the sun, it bounces off the white snow and hits you in the face, so your underside burns, like your chin will burn. Weird places, man. Girl in a sundress will burn her JJ without even knowing it. What happened? All the phones got smart, but the people so dumb. What happened? So yeah, you can kind of see the splitting in the S. This is an unlisted 74 Denver Ike. That I pulled from a mint set. I forgot all about it, but I wrote myself a really long note on the front of that flip that it's in. Yeah. Rather good condition too. I mean, it's a decently graded Ike. I mean, it's look at those feels. That's pretty good for an Ike. Come here, fatty. Get in here. But it does tone thing. Colorado tones things. I've got shit that I purchased 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago, that are turning insane colors since I purchased them, just from being here. There's OBW rolls that I went through, the 2019 and 2020s, that are already turning like this cool greenish orange hue to them around the rim. Like they're getting halos. The ones in my binders. And I thought that was pretty significantly fast. Like I got shit toning. I got 2020s toning and 2019s toning that have significant change already brewing. All right, halftime desk clean. There's a beautiful 56 though. Look at that thing. She's pretty. That's pretty cool. I'm going in a second. I gotta clean off desk now. I'm only taking a second because my hands are full and I can't stop. My OCD will not let me until this is accomplished. It's just not gonna happen. Even if I wanted to. the coin that stays in view for desk clean time. It's right here. It's just too funny. There you go. There's the coin. This doesn't exist either. There you go. Almost done. Shit. If you have Facebook or any, so I would say email, but I don't check it. So I'll be honest, I never check my fucking emails. I don't check my emails enough on a personal level. Like, it's probably detrimental to my life that I don't check them. But I have an Instagram that I check, and that's Stern's Varieties, or no, it's Silverman's Varieties. Silverman, because I'm Super Silverman as well. Or it's Stern's Coin Sales. And my fucking Facebook, my name's David Stern. You can find me there. So it says right there at the bottom of the screen, I think, too. That's only me. That's my name. I figured I could hide it, but if I'm going to end up being popular in the numismatic world, what's the fucking point? That's kind of how I watched Ken's video, and he was like, if you're going to make it in the community, you can't do that anonymously. You realize this, right? You got to, nobody's going to fucking anonymously purchase their coins. They like to know who they're buying from. So either one of those works. Or the email is fucking THA Stern 69 at Gmail. The Stern. What's up?
I hope you choke on. And I wash your clothes with bleach. I left my phone on. Before I left the crack.
So we do private stream hangouts or StreamYards. We used to do them a lot more. We used to do them a lot more. Either that or I'm not invited to them lately. But yeah, I'm down to have somebody else I can bullshit with when everybody else is being gay. Oh shit, I needed that there. Shit. Oh. No more heart emojis. Alright, I can almost see stuff. So pumped. And then I gotta look at my phone because I'm pretty sure she has messaged me and she'll smack me. It'll be hot when she does it, but it'll still hurt. If she lived anywhere near me, what happened? Hey, I respect the toner. I don't even like me that much. Whoa. Whoa. Heart emojis. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, dude, I fucking did it. And I did it before 420. What happened? Woo! I just called to say fuck you. Me, it's you. You better come up here, Chacon, you turd. I'm almost in big. Almost. Instagram, if you like to sell things or buy things, Instagram's going to be the smart decision. If you like to get told you don't have what you think you have, Facebook would be the route to go. That's literally how I don't even use the coin side of Facebook. I use Facebook as Facebook was meant to be used for social interaction. Because it's the community on Facebook is very, very not my style, not my cup of tea. And even the people who are on YouTube who are also on the Facebook community, like the admins, the ones who get their voices heard, man, they're not awesome. Oh, sweet. Hey, bye.
What's up?
What's going on?
I just got home, just slammed a greasy burger. I feel so much better.
Get your ass up here, Vintage.
Oh, that?
Oh, some Vintage, you get her the last up here.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Dude has these just god awful blazing quarters, man. I brought a couple home with me, but fuck, man, this one just totally submittable. I mean, it's got like the haze or like the haze and like the striations like from when it was first like slammed. I swear to God, the toning on this is just crazy. I mean, it's blast white, but it's got like this like woody, like stripe toning, just barely visible. And when it's in the light, it all turns all rainbow. It's cool. Second I get ready here, in a second I gotta get off my ass here and get my camera and everything going again. Yeah, I see. Do you see if you're gonna put a one of those coins in the windshield, or I mean in the windowsill?
I put a whole case of them in the windowsill.
All right.
That's a box of about 50 of them, maybe roughly. That's in a sealed wooden box with a glass lid that I put in the windowsill.
All right.
So they don't experience humidity, they don't experience sunlight, they just experience a temperature change, a solar temperature change. That's literally the only thing that they experience.
Oh yeah, solar radiation. That kind of like.
So whatever's in the air in Colorado, so they
it takes off a little micron to a micron. It's like a laser, but this is a lot slower. Yeah, you put that shit up in space, man. That shit'll fucking raise that stuff completely.
Well, it's also the sulfur content of around you, like what's in the air and whatnot. And I know that whatever's around me, it tones coin's pretty sweet. Like it tones fucking sterling silver really well too. The old silver, all the stuff that I have turns like blue and orange and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of what color this quarter is. It's like I was thinking about that, and I was like, yeah, this looks a little blue, you know, like that nickel I had yesterday, or I was talking about yesterday. Like, oh, awesome.
Not like this. I would say that this would be Colorado toning.
No, not quite anything like that. No. Mine's just. I couldn't believe it. It's like, wow, cool. I might as well just throw it in with a submission. Shit. That was definitely a contender, that's for sure. I mean, nothing on that coin, except for just the original luster haze and this toning that's on there is wicked. It's not like dark toning. I mean, not like that. It's more almost like a caramel color, light caramel color, and then when you see it and look at it in the light, man, it just pops all kinds of colors.
That's the birthday Silver Eagle going in. Types it. I just need to get me that damn album.
I laugh when I read some of. I laugh and I get a kick out every time I like read some of the descriptions of the coins that I check at Heritage Auctions or whatever, or David Lawrence. They're acting like it's like the Bo Derek of the day or something. She's got a nice lush hue with Guys are about ready to jump on that shit, have sex with it. Fuck.
Oh, she's here. She's here. Oh, shit. She's coming. Oh, we got a bird. Shit.
Hey,
What up, beautiful?
Oh, I finished.
not
Yes, sir.
much. Hey, I just woke up.
Yeah, I woke up not too long ago.
I didn't get
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4:19. What happened?
Oh shit.
10 down. And I'm even
Dude,
prepared.
you're in the future, man, because it's like only 3:19 here.
Way to go, me.
It's 5:19 here.
That's right. Looks like I'm the
That's
winner of this
okay.
time battle.
Hey, I can still pull out the shatter. Oh shit.
Oh, America.
I got woke up by my damn landlord. Fucking my dog was banging against my door. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't know that so much was coming.
Yeah, that's the thing about landlords. They're sneaky bastards.
Hell yeah.
Well, they're supposed to tell you.
Mm.
Yeah, they get to me. That worries me sometimes, but I don't. I usually can't worry about it because the manager anyway lives right across the hall from me, so he's in the flat on the
shit.
other side. But he minds his own business. He didn't fucking care. Yeah.
Oh.
God, that's a loud bird.
I would be one of those invasive dudes because I want to own a duplex and I want to rent out half the duplex and pay for the whole thing, and that's how I want to start my whole house purchasing scenario.
Yeah.
I want to come across like a duplex and then rent out one half,
That's a good idea.
and live in the other,
Right on it.
and then like I wouldn't charge. I would pay very little, and I'd be able to save enough to get an equity built.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to do something like that, except I wanted to put a strip club next door.
A what?
A strip club?
A strip
Oh,
club.
a strip club. I didn't. It cut out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to have a reputation, or else you're gonna have nothing but like Tuesday afternoon
No,
strippers.
I'm not
and
biased.
that's
I'll throw in there. I'll throw in a do nights for ladies.
Oh shit.
See, you think having dude strippers is funny until the bachelorette parties and gay dudes come in, and then it's a whole new game.
No, they can stay on their own side. Though.
'Cause you know who doesn't give a fuck? Bachelorette parties and gay dudes when they're drunk. They don't give a fuck.
Oh shit.
Some blatant. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm gonna do what I want to be. I'm not a stripper because I'm afraid that they would pull me off stage by my dick one time. Like I'm afraid of that. That's a real fear.
Damn.
There's not the same rules. There's not the same rules for a guy strip club as a girl strip club. Like you touch a girl, you get smashed. They fuck you up.
Hell yeah, they will.
Runner on the left. Spider running.
Oh, bye.
He probably did it on accident. I don't know.
Damn, birds are being loud as fuck.
Yeah, it's nice as shit outside.
Uh-huh.
That dropped out.
Hmm.
There's the camera. Wow. Oh wait. I should put up a coin. That's why we're here, right?
Burger Madness, that was great. Now I feel better.
Not 270 years. Yeah.
This could be one of the good ones, actually. I might see the die crack down there.
Yeah. Oh my god. Whew.
Maybe. Go that way. I'm fucking super jealous right now.
Okay,
It's the greatest
Hi.
game. It's the greatest game known to man, and I don't have one. And you know it's not on them stupid little Nintendos that you get to just plug into the wall. Mario's not on those fucking things.
I know. You have to get the actual ones made by Nintendo.
So good. You
Yeah.
get Mario 17, which is Arabian Mario, who's got a mustache and fucking cargo pants. And he judo punches. Oh god, it's so terrible. It hurts your brain.
Are you serious?
Swear to God, yeah. It's like
yeah,
it's
not
like
a place
Mario
that I
13.
would want to be downtown San Francisco.
It's like Mario 13. Yeah, it's super, super, super Arabian. Like you're basically dressed like Aladdin.
Oh, I love Aladdin. That's one of my favorite fucking games on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it's not like Aladdin. You just look like him. It's not good.
Oh,
It's not good.
it's not.
And I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be real good. I wanted hard for it to be good. I bought both of them. I have both of them stupid little NES things. I have 1,200 games of garbage.
For real?
Swear to God.
That sucks.
They're bad. They're bad. You get regular Mario though. You get like a super rundown version of regular Mario.
Yeah.
And it's like a band-aid for a crackhead. It works, I guess.
Yeah, I used to play original Donkey Kong when it first came out.
I love Donkey
original-
Kong Country.
Original Lion King on Sega Genesis, and fucking Vector Man, and fucking Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim's probably the greatest old game ever made. You were a fucking worm in a bionic suit.
I own the only one and only public release porn game. It was for the first Atari. It was called Custer's Last Stand, and you had to screw as many squaws as you could before you got wasted by the tribe. I couldn't believe
That's
that.
not the good one.
Shit.
It became the most popular kid on the block, that's for sure. Mom didn't even know what the hell it was. She just went and got the damn game. I'm like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, we didn't. Video games. Shit, I didn't play video games until.
Custer run around screwing pixelated squaws. It was hilarious, dude.
I had a Sega Genesis, and then I didn't play that. I put that when I was like 6, and then I didn't play video games again until the Nintendo 64 came out. And then I played a little bit. I played a little bit of Duke Nukem and Gran Turismo and GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, yeah.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, best game ever made. It was Nazi teddy bears and Jewish squirrels, and you fucking massacred one another. Like actual stuffing would fly out. Like it was fucking hilarious. It was gruesome as shit. Nazi ass little teddy bears. Fucking. It's so funny. It's so fucking funny. I wish they had more of that game. Or that needs to be a PlayStation 5 game because that fucking thing was the best game ever made. You had to do like secret missions. You were Jewish squirrels hiding from the Nazi fucking teddy bear regime, and you had to like do secret missions. It's fucked up.
That's fucked up, dude.
And it was like super animated cartoon, and like you had to like snipe it. Like it was a straight up RPG fucking Call of Duty style game with Nazi cartoon teddy bears and fucking. You're just fucking hilarious.
Oh shit!
All right, resistance. You fucking run around. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's such a good game. And you had multiplayer mode, and you could have 6 players, and shit, you beat each other with baseball bats and fucking bazookas and shit. It was fun as shit.
Hell yeah.
And then I didn't play games again until the PlayStation 3.
Really?
Yeah, we BMX. Dirt BMX was my life. And then it was basically just zombies.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that bird has an attitude.
Huh? Y'all little motherfuckers shut up. Shit. Hey, I'll be right back.
All right, people. They just proved that a fucking crow or a raven is smarter than the average chimpanzee. The raven's problem-solving skills is better
I'm
than
not
an
big on
average
bird.
8-year-old. The raven's problem-solving skills is better than an 8-year-old's. It knows water displacement, like water displacement theory. Like if you have a tube, if you have a tube that's got like, so they put a tube outside and they put a bug in it and they filled it like a quarter of the way full of water and put the bug in the water. And then it was just too far for the beak. So the bird started putting rocks in the tube to raise the water. And then once he got high enough, he ate the bug and flew off. And it was an outdoor, like random, like wild bird test. It wasn't like a caged bird. It was nuts. This is absolutely a DDO because it's way too fat. It's just there's like 56 of them now, and fuck that. This is one of the better ones though. Kachiga. That's actually rather significant. Oh, we got another one. Hey, oh, she ran away. I seen you here, but it was only for the second. Damn you. Get back up here. Ah, bye, beautiful. I just saw you and I was getting ready to let you in and you took off. So I'm leaving in 22 minutes for the pool tournament. That E is pretty doubled.
It's definitely doubled out. Big time.
Yes, it's a pretty good one. What the fuck?
I wonder if it's like my other one. This is a quarter I brought back for me. I left the rest of them there, but this is really the best one. I think it's awesome. It's got the original haze all over it, man. Like it was just spewed on there. Yeah, it's doubled right there underneath 9 a little bit.
Oh, I need to go back to this.
Kind of on the inside there too. Sweet. I think this might be the 102 again. I got one like this, but it's 102. Yeah, maybe. Shit, I don't have a. Damn, I wish they would release the damn cherry picker's guide so I could have a book with me because I can't do this on the phone at the same time. I don't have my internet yet. Yeah, this is just like my other one. Jesus. Shit, I'll take this one. I'll sub this one in. Damn. Oh yeah. Jeez. Ain't nothing wrong. It's doubled up on the face too. Yep. Yeah, it's just like my other one. Damn, that's a good nice one. Oh yeah, this one had a. Wait, it might be different. I don't remember mine having a. Maybe it was in later.
This could be DDO2. I think this is DDO2. But I think this is a better example than theirs. All right. Oh, protein bar.
Yeah.
Protein bars.
I'm still looking. I know I'm looking at the same freaking coin. What? Maybe it was reflection. No, it couldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's way at an angle. No wonder. I was looking at another mouth on this thing, and yeah, I could see it a little bit when I have it angled up. It's weird. Good trip. Yep. So just try this direction. Fly away, little birdie. Yep.
America. Well, you. I'm not far behind you.
I hate to say it, man. It sounds like you're chowing on a chaw, dude.
And that's what a protein bar.
I understand. Oh, it's weird. This one blows, man.